My name is Richmond and TOBII, and I'm the CEO for Liberia Telecommunication Corporation. First of all, I want to say thank you for the invite by our partner, and I'm so excited to see our brothers from India. This is my very first time in India, and it's a very fascinating time for me, and good people and good food, okay? So I'm trying to slim down, but I'm trying to keep up with the Indian food. So thank you for the hospitality, and thank you to our host. So before I start, I just want to give you a brief history about Liberia. Liberia is a very small country, around 5 million plus people. So they're not that much. But we are a very, very high-tech hunger company. Thank you. Okay. So we are a very high-tech country. We are interested in a lot of solutions and a lot of things that we can do to enhance the growth of our young people and those industry concessionaires that are going to Liberia. So who we are. The Liberia Telecommunication Corporation is a 100% owned government entity. So we are 100% owned by the government of Liberia. So we handle all of the government infrastructure. In addition, we also ensure that all ICT-related stuff in Liberia comes through our doors. Like I said, we are about 5.3 million people. Like you see, mobile phone users around 3.4 million. Those who are on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, there are different percentages there that tell you exactly how people in Liberia are very angry or very, very excited, for connectivity and solution that can make their life better. So now, a few years back, we were not interested in solutions because we didn't have the infrastructure in place to help us roll out solutions to our companies or to our homes. So over the past time, the government of Liberia invested in two core infrastructure. One is the GovNet. It's a government network that allows all government ministry and agency to be able to connect on a private network. That also minimizes the number of connectivity that is required in terms of bandwidth. We also deploy a digital economy solution called the financial superhighway. This allows the banks and other institutions in Liberia to be able to carry on transactions, not manually, but automated transactions. So the GovNet, like I mentioned to you, was designed by myself and a group of team members, and now they are all in place. So what are the benefits of the GovNet? To improve connectivity, to also increase network penetration, because if you don't have a proper infrastructure, you cannot roll out any solution. So that's the bedrock of what the government has invested in the last 2 years. So the core characteristic of GovNet, like I said, the speed, security, penetration, and etc. We took about 2.5 years to build the core infrastructure of the government. Now, 3 years ago, it took us we were probably invested in WireMax. WireMax was our solution. So it was taking longer time for us to carry on transactions with the banks, for us to do e-wallets, for the digital economy, e-health, e-education. So we had to change from the WireMax project to an FMIS project using dark fiber. So currently, that's what we have invested in. So to generate a report then was taking us a longer period of time. If you look at that, it was taking a long time to generate reports, to carry on transaction compared to what it is now. So it took us about 4 minutes on the WireMax project to execute any transaction. So if you go to the bank in Liberia, you see a long queue of people standing there because nobody knows how to improve on the system. So we changed the dynamics. We went to the ecnomy system. So now what happened is that it has improved the number of transactions from 4 minutes. Now we are doing transaction at least 1 minute or below. So 1.56 seconds. So now we are kicked out the white marks and we are currently using the dark fiber. So the financial superhighway dark fiber project was for us to interconnect all of the banks. In Liberia, we were manually executing ACH. So all of the checks transaction had to be taken to the bank in a vehicle before they can be posted to accounts. So what we have done over the time is to build a financial superhighway. To the Central Bank of Liberia, we have connected all of the banks in Liberia, making it seamless and very fast for transaction between banks. So now e-wallets are not in place, and most people are not interested in the digital economy. This was the WireMax project we were using before, the wireless network, which is obsolete now. And this is the kind of design that we had for the Central Bank of Liberia. Now, even the Central Bank now is now communicating with the Revenue Authority and also the Ministry of Finance in Liberia. Those transactions have improved. We have built the fiber network. Phase 1 is over. We are on phase 2. This is Liberia as a whole, but there's a metro fiber ring that we are building to improve on the Central Bank financial superhighway transaction. We also have done a partnership with our local partner here. And we encourage some of you who have solutions to also come, because they are the first from India that have partnered with our health sector. Now, we used to issue manual licensing for our nurses and our midwives in the villages and town. Now it's automated. This project will be launched in the next few months. And I want to say thanks to our partner out of India who have come to give us some relief. So people are not leaving from 200 kilometers just to come and register as a nurse or go to school. Now this have supported the e-education platform, and licensing now is very easy for all over the country. So what next? Now that we have infrastructure in place, we need solution. So we are here today to ask you, to interact with you, what kind of solution do you have? From the e-wallet platform to cybersecurity to networking, whatever solution you have, it is the time. The opportunity is now. So we are now performing the digital economy e-wallet. We have the cybersecurity platform, the 4G LTE platform that is their solution, and there's a fiber deployment. All of those opportunities now are available to you. We do not have the expertise. We need training in some industry. We also need to have a smart city. We are interested in smart city. We are interested in access control, CCTVs, and all of you. So we want to open our doors to all of the different companies that are here today, that you can seek any level of partnership to improve the life of the Liberian population. I will stop here and take questions of interaction that will be able to give us another trend of our discussion. Hope it was not too short for you. So if it was too short, I think the purpose behind this is for us to have a discussion. Maybe you want to know other things about Liberia. We are here to be able to give you a light. We don't want only one company coming. Sorry. They are the best now, but we know we have other ones that can join them to make it better in our country. There is a huge opportunity for a lot of things to happen in Liberia. IPTV, what have you, there's a huge opportunity. You need to tell us what solution do you have that can improve the lives of our people. The health sector, it's an opportunity as well. So I will turn over to you if you have questions.
Hi, sir. Good evening. I really just happy to hear you. We have a startup over here. It's a medical related startup. it's an aggregating platform, and have you any opportunity in your country? Can you give some opportunity discussion for that?
Thank you very much. Right now, there is more opportunity for you. We in Liberia have built just very small system. So the record system for like birth registration, if someone is born today, it does not exist. There's a little bit of a system that is there, but it's not enough. So if someone is giving birth in like Bombay, we have to manually go and get the paperwork done. So a solution that will help the e-health platform, medical records are manually done. So there's an opportunity for medical records. So lab reporting. So someone goes to the lab and they have to travel to India for standard medical care. They have to bring their X-ray and everything, which if we have a system that can be worldwide used, people will be able to tap into people's health records in Liberia instead of them bringing all of that documentation here. And doctors and nurses across the country or across the world can be able to interact and be able to talk about how they can provide the best health care for our people. So e-health is very key. Yes, there's a major opportunity for e-health, especially when it comes to records and sourcing international medical. Insurance companies are there, but if you go to the insurance company and you have a health benefit and you want to go to the hospital, you have to manually take a slip, okay? You cannot go to the hospital and the insurance company does not have a solution that speaks to the hospital. So there's a gap. So you have to either call the insurance company or take a slip. So you can automate that. So when someone is insured, once they get to the hospital, their insurance is cataloged and they are able to get all of the benefits that they want. So yeah, there's an opportunity there.
Hello. Just wanted to understand, when you're talking about medical field, does the company has to be registered in Liberia to start doing business in Liberia?
Well, that's a whole different thing. So two things happen. If you have a partner in Liberia, fine, because by law, I cannot come and do business in India if I'm not registered in India. But if I have a partner in India and the partner is carrying on any project that I can support them as through a partnership, then that's fine. So now you will have to either bid through a competitive international bidding process. One is open to an international firm. You have you show you can do that. But if you are not in Liberia, then you cannot do a national bidding process. So there's a procurement law in Liberia that prohibits companies like you to participate if it is a national bidding. But if it is an international bidding process, yes, you can.
So as your telecom company, as LTC, can you facilitate this kind of a relationship, or we'll have to go with another partner in the region?
Oh, sure. We do have a memorandum of understanding with our partner here.
Okay.
So if something comes up and we are interested in something there, our doors are open. You always tell us and say, look, I'm interested in doing this. Let me tell you the secret of Liberia. If you want to do anything in Liberia, you don't want to wait till someone tells you that, oh, I have this problem. If you do a need analysis and assessment and find a gap, you can start to engage. Because I'm more representing the government of Liberia, wherein we see different issues and we seek partnership with other groups. But you have to look in there and tell me what you are interested in and what is it. They did a similar thing and now they have a relationship now with the government of Liberia. So yes, we are open to anything that you are interested in. Yeah.
And you mentioned your population is 3.5 million. That's the population size?
Pardon?
Population size is 3.5 million people?
Yeah, no, right now it's 5.4, 5.5 million, yeah. Okay. There's a current census going on right now. Okay. So 5.4, but those who have access to connectivity, or internet, whatever it is, around 3.4 million people. 3.4. Yeah.
And how many insurance companies do you have? Insurance?
I don't know the number of insurance companies, but I will assume there should be more than 20.
20. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah.
is Liberia's people interested in digital payments? So how's the payments done in Liberia? Like they are more into digital payments or like old ways like cash or
Payment.
digital payment?
Oh, yeah, all right, yeah.
How
So,
Liberians?
so thank you very much. Liberia is a cash-driven society, highly cash-driven. But the government is very, very serious about making Liberia cashless. So that's a major project that we are working on now. They want more mobile wallets. They want more fintech company coming in to be able to assist, because the more cash that you have, it puts you in a very high risk. Okay? Money laundering is one of the major things. So, and then some of the things is that the wear and tear of the money, we are printing money like every other year. So it's costing the government more money to print money. So the government is also concerned that if we can go cashless, that will also help. So some fintech companies are there now. They are doing their best. And the mobile money operator, the MTN and Orange, they are there using USSD for mobile money transactions. So government now have decided to pay all her employees through mobile wallet. But we don't have that many mobile wallet companies in Liberia to be able to pay all the government employees. So if I do not have a mobile wallet, then I have to go to the bank, and sometimes I have to go and ask my wife to have to use a mobile wallet. So it is a little bit complex. And now the more important thing is that pensioners, those who are retired, some of them have left the city and gone to their village. Now they have to travel thousands of miles to come to the city just to pick up a check that is not equivalent to the transportation. So we really need to push the digital economy. And people are willing. The banks are willing, to do push and pull, and there are other institutions that have built APIs that are allowing mobile wallet to be able to go in the country. So there are a huge opportunity in there. We don't have too many mobile wallet companies. So that's something that we are open to do.
Hi, Rich. So I have two questions. So, do you already work with any Indian startups? And also, what is the process to apply if our startups are looking for the solutions to apply to Nigeria government? How we can apply?
Yeah. So these are the only group we have, and I'm hearing that there are more Indian startups here. You see, the Indians are in Liberia, but they are selling merchandise. They are doing construction. They are opening stores. There's not a lot of Indian tech company in Liberia. I don't know of any Indian tech company in Liberia besides they coming in. But a resident Indian tech startup company residing in Liberia, no. They are the first startup, so it's open to you guys. And like I said to them, it's good to create more avenues, because that's a growing economy. So if the sooner you get into the economy, you will grow with the economy than the economy meeting you up there. So it's very important. The second question. Okay, so it is simple. If you can apply to open a business in Liberia. You can go online. I can share the website with you, Liberia Business Registry, and you can apply. And you can use your company as a subsidiary company in Liberia, and you should be able to do business there. It's an open market. There's not much restriction. Once you do your registration, you have an office there, you are fine.
Oh, yeah. Can you please tell this website? Website?
So if you go to Google and say Liberia Business Registry,
Okay.
LBR.
Right.
So when you say LBR, Liberia Business Registry, it pops up right away. Yeah.
Any others questions?
Hi. We are basically a tourism startup actually. So in Liberia, when I was actually going through Google now, I can see that the tourist is actually a little unexplored there because of the violent crimes which has happened in the previous years. So what is the opportunity now in Liberia for the tourism thing, which is, can we start something in tourism now? Is it a potential? Is the government is supporting that?
So violent.
opportunities in tourism field? Tourism. What are the opportunities in the tourism segment? And is government supporting for it? A Liberian government supporting for the tourism startup?
Oh, okay, for.
People who come and visit Liberia.
Oh yeah. So tourism is So Liberia is a very friendly country. So you can decide to go to Liberia tomorrow morning. Nobody's going to stop you. So it's open. There's a lot of Indians in there, and there's not much requirement. So once you get to the Liberia consulate in India, you can get a visa, a tourist visa, and go to Liberia and visit. So it's just simple. It's not. It doesn't require a lot. You don't need 100,000 to come to Liberia. No, you get $100, buy a ticket, come. That's fine. So it's not a complex place. When you have somewhere to sleep, food to eat, Liberia is open. Yeah, we are very friendly people, and there's a lot of true attraction in Liberia that you can explore.
So if we are actually opening a ticketing company or a travel company in Liberia, should we have to register along with a native there, or can we from a foreign company we can register it from here?
You can do both. You can register as a company from here. All you need to do is to make sure you go online, fill all your paperwork, and say maybe your company here is HP Giant, and you want a subsidiary in Liberia. So you just use the documentation here and send it to Liberia and tell them that you want to open a subsidiary in Liberia. You should be fine. Yeah. It's a little bit of fees, but yeah, you can go with a local partner as well, or you can partner with a Liberian and also open your business. You can also open it by yourself using your international portfolio.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Any more questions?
I hope I answered most of your questions, because, like I said, India is very big. I didn't know that I could fly from Delhi here 4 hours. That could be a drive to cover Liberia. So, we are a very small country, but if you see the penetration of people who are interested in application solution is very high, very, very high. And people can afford, to use the service once it's available. So we need to explore the tech. We need a Indian-Liberia tech partnership, because you have a lot of solutions, and I'm surprised that you have more than I thought. So I hope that you can use the opportunity and work through different partnerships to ensure that you enhance, because there are some ready solutions that I see can just move into Liberia now and should be fine. So that won't be a lot of customizing of solution for Liberia. Maybe it's just reducing some of the modules you have and opening up as your business grow. So small businesses, people who are in the market, they are selling. They all don't have to get cash, for example. So if you go to the market, if you don't take cash in your pocket, sorry, you won't get anything done. Okay? So only very few market people will accept in the mobile wallet. But it is not because they can do that, but most people don't have the patience to go to the bank to collect that money and come back. So if I'm selling banana and I have to buy banana, if I use mobile wallet to sell my banana and I have the wholesaler asking me to pay cash, what the essence of me using the mobile wallet? So I won't use the mobile wallet, I'll use the cash. So if we have everybody using different mobile wallets, it makes it easier. The other opportunity is that the mobile wallets are not speaking to each other. So if I'm on a MTN mobile wallet, I cannot transfer money to an Orange mobile wallet, which makes it difficult. So if I only have an MTN mobile wallet and I have my mom in the hospital and the hospital only accept Orange mobile wallet, my mom could die because I won't be able to transfer the money to the hospital. I have to find someone who has similar mobile wallet to be able to do that. So integrations, APIs are all different kind of solutions that we need. There are other applications that are sets, but they are not speaking to each other. Even ATM machine, you go to the ATM machine, if you are using a Citibank card, you may not take money from another bank because there are not integration established on that network. So there's a gap So I'm explaining all of these things. The financial inclusion in Liberia needs a lot of solution. A lot of solution. It is very simple, but every transaction, you know, if you go to the ATM machine, you want to take 20,000, you have to pay almost like $10 for every transaction. And most people don't want to go to the ATM machine. They just want to, you know, swap their cards or use. I was surprised when my brother showed me an app on his phone that we went to the store. He was just able to tap on the QR code, and yes, transaction went through from his bank account, not from his mobile wallet. But most of the transactions that are done in our country are done from the mobile wallet. For you to get the money from your bank account, it has to come from your bank account to your mobile wallet to the transaction table. Here, I see from your bank account directly to the transaction table using mobile app. Fascinating, very fascinating. So if you have a solution like that, that means that you do not have to transfer from your bank account, mobile wallet, then you go and do a transaction. You can come from your bank account to the transaction using an app. That is missing. I have not seen that in my country. So I hope you can look into that and try to give us some relief, because a lot of people want to do that as well. E-health, e-education, resources for schools, school management system, you know, like we talk about the health management system, all of the opportunities do exist. So it will be a good thing to tap into that as well. Those are all opportunities that we have in our country.